Hey Libra, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for the very end of March 2025 for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, and of course my beautiful cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you know the drill around here, especially if you are subscribed to my channel. You can find out a lot of information about Libra, about your person, especially if there's limited communication, no contact at all, or ghosting going on between you and Libra. Just keep in mind, everyone, this is a general reading. Not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else and go on about the reading. Now, with that being said, if this video has found you, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how this comment resonates with you and your situation. If you do not want to comment, I understand. Please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. Guys, in the description box, I have a link to Cafe Astrology. You can find out your other placements there and then watch the videos that I post for each sign on this channel. Crosswatcher, same thing for you and your person. You swap it up, flip it, reverse it. You know, get to know your moon, your rising, your Venus. If you have 3 or more planets in the same sign, which is a stellium, which is common, definitely read for those videos, that horoscope as well. And yeah, guys, in the comment sections pinned to the top, I have all the information to book a personal reading with me, and my email is there, and my Groupon campaign is there. You could book a reading with me straight through the app, and I would love to hear from you and read for you. So let's get into your reading now, Libra. My Libra babies, we are in eclipse mode here, new moon in eclipse. Whenever you're watching this, it's the right time for you to hear these messages. I'm recording this. It's new moon in Aries eclipse energy. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling this energy, lots of rebirth energy going on. And let me know what's going on with you. Let me know how you're feeling. Comment below, let me know how you're feeling. We still have Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde for a little while. So I'm definitely feeling that too, guys, okay? Okay, so my beautiful little Libras, let's see what's going on. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, and Crosswatchers. Let's see what's going on in Libra land. What are the messages from Spirit, Libra? So in the recent past regarding your energy, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. So this tells me that something that you were kind of looking forward to, some type of recognition or some type of little glow up or something that you were expecting to get, it didn't come to fruition. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. The 6 of Wands is all about, the number 6 is all about complete, victory, right? In the 6 of Wands reverse, it's not that it's a failure. It's just that the victory didn't happen yet. So Spirit is saying, okay, maybe this month, it didn't happen, but maybe next month or next year or next week, or maybe even tomorrow, you will be victorious in something, some type of glow up. Maybe you changed your profile picture. Maybe you altered some content on your socials or something, and you thought you would get some type of response, and you didn't. Maybe you reached out to somebody during this Aries season. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sag, doesn't have to be. And you thought that maybe they would respond to you, and you have not yet heard back from this person. So that could be also what's going on here. Maybe you thought that you would reach a milestone in your relationship or friendship dynamics or something, and just has not happened yet. Maybe the person hasn't popped the question yet. They haven't made, something has not happened yet, but I feel like it's going to. So let's get into the reading and see what else is going on. We have Judgment in the reverse. Wow. Strong sign of Scorpio. Libra, you could have Scorpio strongly in your chart. It doesn't have to be. You can be involved with a Scorpio in some capacity. And what I feel is happening right now, as in regards to this person, in regards to what you were expecting to happen, there's bad karma here. There is a bit of bad karma, not a bit, there's a significant amount of bad karma happening right now in somebody's life. And you may be witnessing this person receiving a lot of bad karma. Like every day something happens, that's not positive, or every day goes by and nothing happens. So this could be your energy where you're kind of feeling like, when is it my turn? And where is God? Where is Source right now when I need them? I made some changes in my life. I've grown, I've learned, I thought I healed, but yet I'm stuck in this very dark space right now. But like I said, this doesn't have to belong to you unless you have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, or you can be involved with another Scorpio. This is being hit with karma. unexpected karma. And I feel like, it's really, it's somewhat like meant for you to see, but I don't think it's meant for you to feel. So let's just see what else is going on here. Well, in the future, I see you have, you get the Three of Cups. You're going to be celebrating something in the future. Maybe there's an occasion you're going to go out and get together with friends, or you're going to go out on a date, or that person finally calls you and says, "Hey, let's get together. Let's do something." And it looks like it's quite eventful. It's something that you're going to have a lot of fun doing. You might be doing some type of new moon ritual, or maybe next month you're going to like some type of moon ceremony. It doesn't have to be. It can be, it can be a daytime affair too as well. But it's something to look forward to. There's something to celebrate. So something is going to transform out of this darkness. Okay. Maybe you're the light, Libra. Maybe you are the beacon of light in this darkness for this person. Maybe you met somebody when they were going through a dark night of the soul. Maybe you were too in some capacity, and you're watching this person work through their karma, or maybe somebody did you wrong, but I don't feel like this is going to last, because I see you getting up and going out and about and having fun and celebrating life. Looks like ceremonial too. So let me know what it is. Doesn't have to be a ceremony, but I'm feeling that, Let's see what else is going on here. The Eight of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be. Like I said, you could have strong water placements in your chart, I feel. Definitely with this, the Scorpio here, and then Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups reverse. A lot of Scorpionic energy, if not Pisces or Cancer. But definitely Scorpio for sure, okay? Somebody's coming back to you. Somebody's returning to you, or you are returning to somebody else. This makes me think of a romantic relationship. Okay, maybe if you have a significant other and you've been partnered up for a long time, married, what have you, maybe you're recommitting to the marriage. Maybe somehow it's stale right now, and there's darkness, maybe in the home, or something going on in the home that's creating some darkness. Maybe your partner's going through a very rough time, so maybe they broke away from you. You broke away from them. You don't care for their energy right now. It happens in relationships, not everything is rainbows and fairy tales and whatever you want to call it. Relationships are all about ups and downs, especially like committed partnerships can get very tough, especially when people are facing their karma. We are going through, a lot astrologically. If you guys watch, astrologers and stuff, if you don't, I strongly suggest you check out how this eclipse energy, this eclipse season is affecting you and your person and your relationship as we navigate into the springtime here. Somebody's returning to somebody. It could both of you, mutually returning to each other. But I feel like it's after you have some time to let us blow off some steam, So it might not happen right away, but it's definitely, I feel like you already know this somehow, in your psyche somehow, that you already know that this is a temporary lull in life, and it's not going to last. And when you think like that, that's more positive way of thinking. Let me see what's going on here. There's definitely a disconnect, or definitely like the world reverse. See, this is not over with you and this person. It's not complete. I feel like you and this person still have unfinished business to do together, or there's some kind of completion that needs to take place. So if you're temporarily estranged from your partner, it's temporary, and your partner's feeling their karma. Now, it could be that your father. Wow, I just said father. Interesting, I just said father. Maybe this person is a father, because I don't feel like this is about your father. Okay. This person could be going through something with their children, maybe something with their ex, who they have children with, but they don't have children with you. Or it could be like a blended family situation where there's just, things have been really crazy in the home, especially with blended families. I know all about that. And I know many people who have situations in their lives where blended families is definitely a blessing, but it can be challenging. And any family dynamic is challenging. Any relationship is challenging. So I'm not just saying for the blended families out there. I'm saying for everyone in general, it's just challenging. And right now, life is very challenging. With the world card reverse, Capricorn energy, I feel like you don't have a lot of control over this situation right now. Maybe you've let it go. maybe you decide to stop, always having to know what's going to happen, and just let things happen and just let things fall where they should go. You know what I mean? Kind of like just letting go and letting God and Goddess, letting the universe, do what it has to do. After you manifest good things, I feel like you did. I feel like you put your energy out there to manifest something that has not happened yet. Maybe it actually, how do I say this? What you requested, what you asked the universe for, what you asked spirit for, what you asked your guardian angels for, whoever source is to you in your life at the highest high, whatever you asked for, it kind of like it either didn't happen and it brought you into a state of like going through some deep rooted stuff, maybe like past life stuff, or maybe like stuff from your childhood or something like that you feel like is coming up for review in a way. It's just temporary because I see you celebrating in the future. So I feel like, this is just something that needs to happen to be released during this retrograde energy, and the eclipse energy. It's a lot of stuff from the past comes up. And, karma, we all face karma. We all have to face our karma eventually. If we did wrong, if we did right, because I wanted to understand that there is such a thing as good karma. Okay? And, spirit is always watching, and I know you guys are spiritual because you're here watching my videos, so, and thank you so much for that too. I feel like it's not over. Yeah, and it's not over. Let's see what else is going on. Spirit, give me more information here. Ace of Cups, there's love here. There's love for yourself, there's love for the other person. It's a new beginning here, so I feel like you and your person are going to enter a new cycle of healing. Maybe you weren't expecting another upheaval in the home to happen, but it's happening. But, you always come back to each other, and you always come back to center, and you always come back to pouring into your own cup as well. Libra, that's very important. And you know that you're all about balance, Libra. And you need that self-care. We all do, but especially Libra likes everything to be balanced. And you like to have always know what's going on. You like to, you're very organized and stuff like that. And sometimes we just don't know. And we just need to like take a break and let things manifest the way they manifest. Trust in the having trust in the universe, having trust in the fact that our prayers were heard, but they have not yet been answered. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. With this Ace of Cups here, I feel like there's still many blessings, definitely good times and blessings. We'll get out of this darkness here. Queen of Swords, that's your energy here. Here you are, Libra, whether you're male or female, it's gender fluid at this point. I feel like with you, you're just doing what you have to do every day. You go to work, you drop off the kids, you do whatever it is. If you don't work, or you don't if you don't have any kids, and you're just doing your daily routine, whatever that may be, walking the dog, whatever it is. Okay. And you're just kind of trying to control you can only control your own self right now. Of course, if you take care of children as well. But what I'm saying is you're doing what you have to do. You're not like, waiting around. You're doing things, but you're not putting all your heart and soul into it, because right now that things are bad, and you just want to kind of like not try to mess with the energy right now. Just let it be. Let this darkness pass, because I see you celebrating something in the future, and somebody is returning to you. Okay, so this is very interesting here. Let me see what else is going on here. Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. I'm telling you guys might have Scorpio in your chart, because this is a Judgment is a Scorpio energy. Five of Cups is Scorpio. Can be Cancer or Pisces, but it is Scorpio. So I'm telling you, I'm reading for a lot of people who have strong Scorpio placements. Maybe check your chart if you don't know. Okay. This could be your person too, being like in this Five of Cups energy where they're not able to see what they still have. They're focusing on their losses too much. They're focusing on the Three Cups that have spilled over, not realizing they have these two beautiful cups behind them. So I feel like you are pouring into your own cup, and you're thinking about your blessings. You're counting your blessings. You know that you still have love for yourself, and love for the other person. And this person doesn't even know, not even taking stock or inventory in what they have. They're kind of like in this energy of I lost it all when they haven't. So, like I said, this is temporary as well because I do see reconciliation happening. There's definitely love here. So, this is definitely not over with the World card in reverse. No. Ten of Cups, Pen of Pentacles reversed. In this, this speaks of like a family dynamic and stuff like that, or your tribe, or who you spend time with. And I think you're coming to realize that not everyone in your circle can be trusted, right? There's always one bad apple here. And that's what I'm saying. I don't see this as like a divorce card or anything like that. I see you breaking away from certain people in your life, not your relationship, certain people in your life who like just their energy disrupts your home, disrupts your life, right? So they're far from loyal. They're not loyal. And it could be a group of people that you're like, you know what? I'm going to allow this time. I'm going to allow whoever wants to leave my life to leave. And when I find out, that they're not coming back, I'm going to make sure that I put a manhole cover on that. So if someone decides, like, I feel like this is what's going on with you now, Libra, certain people are leaving your life for good and certain people are staying. And then you may be meeting a few people along the way. That's what happens when one door closes, another one opens. That's just the way it is, right? So you could be seeing a lot of 10-10 a lot. That's endings and beginnings. I think you want to focus on self-love and self-care and who you have around you that really matters, okay? Your relationship is in some type of darkness right now, but you will recover. Your partner will recover and return to you. And you know what? I feel like they're going to agree with you too that these certain people that we were associating with, and this happens in other readings too, have had this, they don't align with our energy anymore. Or, when we're with them, they're always talking about a certain thing that we don't want to talk about, and they keep bringing it up. And, or I tell them something and I confide in them, and then I tell them not to say anything, and I find that they told 3 or 4 people. And it can create a lot of chaos, mayhem. And believe me, when people see we're happy, that's when their daggers come out, and that's what I feel is happening. I don't feel this is this dismantling of a family unit. I feel this is dismantling of your tree of life, if you want to call it, okay, your tribe, dismantling of a tribe, and meeting new people, and making the right connections, and your person returning to you when it's the right time, and you coming back together in union, all in divine timing. The separation was needed. If there was somebody interfering in this, a certain person interfering in this union to cause disruption, that person will no longer be able to do this moving forward because they're placed under heavy judgment for what they did. Okay, so let's see what else comes out here. Yeah, this is just a temporary, thing. Like I said, you're going out and celebrating. Your person is returning to you, or you're returning to your person. You're recommitting to your partner, and you're breaking ties with certain people in your life. Maybe you got a whole bunch of invitations to go here and there. As we go towards spring and summer season and stuff like that. Maybe you guys are like, we're going to say yes to this and no to that, or something like that. Because we know that whenever we go to this place where these people are, it always creates drama, and then it lingers in our lives. And that can happen when we're around certain people. Like I said, those I'm picking up strongly, a lot of disloyal, very disloyal, untrusting people around you, creating problems in your life. Targeting your relationship, targeting your person for whatever reason, especially if this person has an ex or a meddling family member or something like that. They can wreak a lot of havoc. I'm telling you, a lot of evil eye. It happens a lot, but it doesn't stay. It doesn't stay. Anything like, an evil eye, a jinx, a hex, these are temporary. So, if you feel like that's what's happening, because I do feel the Judgment card is like bad karma for what I just feel like I feel like it's not yours. Like you're not deserving of this darkness right now. You're not deserving of this bout of bad luck that's going on around you. You're not. It's not yours. I feel like it's caused from a third party, but I don't see like I don't feel like your person and you are anywhere near being over. If anything, you're going to recommit. That's what I saw. So I see a recommitment after realizing, who the culprit was or culprits. Okay, so it happens. It happens. Definitely happens. Very common to see, especially around this time of year, eclipse season and retrograde season. Okay, 3 more cards, Spirit. 5 of Wands. So these people, I'm telling you, whoever these people, they're very fiery. They like to stir up drama, and I think something happens with you too, Libra, when you're around a certain person or certain people. They trigger you to feel a certain way, and I feel like in your gut you feel like, in your stomach you feel like, oh God, I don't want to deal with this. You know what I mean? So this is just a reminder, just whenever you have this get these butterflies or these weird feelings in your stomach, that's spirit. That's your spirit guides trying to warn you that something isn't right about the other person's energy. I'm not talking about your partner. I'm talking about other people in regards to your relationship, in regards to your partner, people who you've accumulated along the way, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say, guys, right? So here we have the Page of Pentacles. See, getting back on track, focusing on the gift, the current moment. You're seeing like the present moment. This is all about being in the present moment. I feel like Spirit is gifting you an opportunity to realign and recenter yourself, to receive the blessings that you're about to receive the renewal, the rebirth that's coming through. Okay, so this is beautiful energy to see here with this Page of Coins. And the Ace of Wands reversed in the future. So you may feel burnt out. You may feel like, with your person, you might feel like, okay, we're back on track. We both love each other, but, we don't have time enough to be alone and intimate. And that's something in a relationship that is important. It's one of the most important things in a marriage, in a relationship, the intimacy, it doesn't have to be just sexual. It can just be any type of intimacy, whatever. And I feel like, somebody needs to light a candle or something like that. You might be, Libra, you might be like saying, if, I don't want to be, I want to get back on track with our feelings and our emotions. I want to make sure that we're still, on the same page, but I'm not ready to do anything else yet. Like you're not ready to explore your passions again. And that can take time, and it will happen. Maybe you have busy lives and you can't, but I know that the relationship is getting back on track slowly but surely, because there is love there, and it's genuinely true love. I do feel like there's a meddler though, and you might want to do some type of, when you get back together and when you get back on track, okay, when you guys start to get back on track, it can take a little time, because I think your relationship took a hit, okay, and I think it took a while to understand what was going on and really understand the culprit and the energy and stuff like that. So you might want to do some type of ritual or cleansing, like I said, some candle magic or something to reignite the passion that is lying dormant right now. The love is there, but the passion needs to happen. So, and I think you know that now, Libra, and I think moving forward, you're going to make sure that you don't get into these issues. I think you and your partner are pretty much done with all the drama, and you just want to move forward and be happy and focus on your relationship and your passion for one another. Like I said, in the future, you could feel some type of lingering energy that maybe you need to clear out. And that does happen when we go through a bout of misfortune. But I feel like that can be easily cleared out. Like I said, if someone placed a hex, a jinx, or something like that, that doesn't last for very long. So rather than, sending the bad energy back, just kind of like remove it and remove yourself from those people's homes and lives and situations and social media accounts and all that good stuff, and it will go, it will leave, but I think you're what you need to focus on now is, self-love, self-care, of course, but also nurturing your partner as well, because they are returning to you, and you are returning to them, and there is love and there is unfinished business. This is not the time to end something, nor is it, I don't think it's meant to be over. So I feel like Spirit's saying, in the future, once you get back on track, take baby steps. You might encounter another issue that seems like what you just went through, and you say, oh no, not again. But it's just temporary. That's just how energy works. Some things can linger, some things can sting, some things can linger. You know, just like dusting off a room. You know, if you have a lot of stuff on your desk and it's not clean, it's not neat, you have to clear it out. No one's going to do it for you, right? You got to do it. So you take the initiative and go where your passion lies. You have to, refamiliarize yourselves together, because I do feel like there was a huge disconnect in your relationship and it needs to be reignited. And that's what Spirit is saying, because it's not, you're meant to be with this person. This person is your partner. They love you. You love them. There's a lot of love there, and it needs to be treated like taking baby steps towards the future. You know, but I feel like, you never will go back to those dark places anymore with your partner in your relationship. That's over. Once in a while, you get a reminder of how it was, but that's just to keep you back on track and know your worth and know your blessing and how much you've been through and how far you're going to go. Okay, so that's what that message I have for you today, guys. I hope you loved your reading. Happy solar eclipse if you're watching this after the eclipse or before. Let me know, guys. Let me know how you're feeling with the situation. Let me know how this video resonated with you. And I'm sending you much love and light. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.